Well, good morning, everyone. I'm here a little early this morning, looking at what's going on. What's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Seeing what's going on here. Pre-market, post State of the Union was to be anticipated today. You know, you kind of can't tell because it's been a nice little pop, but it's been a lot of pop. Well, a lot from a standpoint of we're still in the same range we've been in for a while. So it ain't like we're popping out of the range. We're just a little higher now than we were. 6,900 will probably be our support, though. Good morning, everybody. Giving all the platforms a chance to bring all the people to the party. Come on to the party. Bring the people to the party. Bring the people to the party. Bringing the people to the party. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you're here in the comments, how about you tell me what you think is going to happen today? Because it's kind of, I won't say anybody's guess, but it can go either way. Tell me what you think. What do you think is going to happen today? Did you listen to the State of the Union address last night? And what were your thoughts about that? I listened a bit and thought, wow, no fact checking, just say whatever. But take it all as you hear it, I guess. Okay, let me go ahead and start talking about the show. I was looking at something else so I can make sure I was ready for the people. Yeah, I want to be ready for the people. All right, let me get to the right screen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. No, ma'am, I did not and could not. May run up and then fill this gap up. Let me see. You may run up and then come back down and fill the gap. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. You thinking it may run and fill a gap. Let me go look at what SPX actually has on the daily. I think we did have, I feel like we did have a gap marked up here. Actually, there's a fair value gap. There's a fair value gap that has been here since February the 11th, between the 11th and the 13th. There's a fair value gap. That's what this pinkish orangish area is. And the price has not been able to go through and stay on top of it. It's gone through, and you can see several days it has done the gap, but it has rejected off this gap. Well, the fair value gap, it's pulled back off of it for the last 3 days. We're definitely in, though, a broadening formation. And the price has gone to the bottom of this formation, and it hasn't gone back to the top. So the top of this formation puts us at 69.22, which is not quite where we are right now. We're like at 69.11, something like that right now. But generally, broadening formations show you that price can expand in these two areas. So price, we got this 3 was from Monday. Tuesday, we had a failed 2, failed 2 down and then a break. And we weren't able to go. We didn't go. It didn't go all the way up to the top of the formation. Doesn't mean it won't try, and it may. This puts us at 69.20.25. And this is a place where, according to the numbers I've seen, price could potentially go. All right. Hey, Tanya. So there's that. Doesn't mean it will, just means it could, right? We're going to watch as we normally do. We're going to watch and we're going to trade what we see. We're going to give it a minute, let some stuff settle out. Okay. If I was, speculating, which this is all this would be, or guessing. If I was guessing, I would say that, price is probably going to chill out again while it waits for NVIDIA. We got NVIDIA earnings after market today. So there may be a pop. I'm not saying that there won't be to fill out the rest of this, but we're also waiting. When I say we, the market in by and large is waiting for NVIDIA earnings, which is tonight after market closes. All right, it's waiting for that. Okay, so yeah, we'll see. I got VIX over here to the right. I usually don't have this much stuff up on my chart when we come to this call, but over here to the right is VIX. VIX is at 1906. At this point, it did a nice drop from the high of 1950 down to about 1896, and then now it's kind of hitting a real recovery mode. This is ES here in the middle. ES has had some movement through the night, because that's what futures do. For those who are futures traders, excuse me, you trade that through the night. There's a 4-hour fair value gap and a 30-minute fair value gap at 69.20. Needs to be filled, but the edges will also provide support. So 69.20, if it comes back there, that's about 69.07 for SPX. Okay, currently SPX 500 is at 69.11. So SPX, if the market were open right now, SPX is at 69.11, 69.12. That's where SPX is right now. Okay, I talked about the VIX, talked about ES. Let me take myself back to one chart and move on from there. Okay, this is a 4-hour chart I'm looking at. It's a 4-hour chart. Interesting. I'm trying to see if there's anything on the daily that I needed to identify as far as a gap, but I don't think we had any gaps left up here. This is SPX 500. I don't think there were any gaps left on the daily, not in this top area. Let me look real quick. I think all of these gaps, this is done. Yeah. There's no gaps to the top side, to the upside. This one was a gap, but it got filled on Monday. That was a gap. It got filled on Monday. So there's not one up here anymore. Not that's waiting to be filled. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Oh, I'm already here. The VIX, I just talked about that. It actually runs about 15 minutes behind time, which I don't know what's up with that, Yahoo Finance. Get it together. Okay, let's go to another screen. All of this stuff was set and ready. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wall Street braces for NVIDIA earnings. As usual, it's the most anticipated announcement of the earnings season. Here's what to expect. U.S. stock futures rise after Trump delivers State of the Union. NVIDIA earnings loom. A very unfortunate ruling. Trump slams the Supreme Court. Yeah, right there in their face. Was that whole thing. Past AI, credit worries. Bond traders are betting on the Fed rate cut spilling into 2027. Alibaba pushes higher into AI coding tools with low-cost access. Circle stock jumps after Q4 revenue rises on stablecoin growth. Okay, I did not mean to go to another page. All righty, so let's go on to CNBC. Hey, Janae. Happy last Wednesday of Black History Month. Yes, yes. So the futures are all green this morning. Stock futures inch higher ahead of key earnings results from NVIDIA. Everything's up a little bit. Dow was up 158. Didn't the Dow lose a bunch on, was it Monday? S&P up 22. NASDAQ's up 115. Oil is green and 10-year bonds are green. Europe, everything's green over there. World's biggest spirit maker, Diageo, falls 8% after slashing a dividend, lowering profit outlook. Asia, everything's green over there. South Korea and Japan stocks hit fresh highs amid regional gains after Wall Street's AI relief rally. Okay. All righty. Let's see what's in the metals. Everything's green over in the metals area. People are still going into those safe havens. Gold is up 29, silver's up 3, copper up 0.04, platinum up 163, and palladium up 82. Crypto, let's see if they're up. Even crypto is green. Crypto's been on the struggle bus. I got a message today said Bitcoin is below 65. I was like, oh well, oh my, oh no, oh well, oh my, oh no. Ethereum, Solana, Dogecoin, and XRP are all green this morning as well. So let's see. Just reading what I see. Reading what I see. Hey Ward, I know we knew you were on the way. Hope you aren't snowed in too bad up there. Today is Wednesday. FOMC member Barkin is going to speak. Crude oil inventories. FOMC member Smith and Musalem were going to speak at 1:20. The market will absorb, as I absorb, digest all the things said in the State of the Union address yesterday. That'll be absorbed. Tonight we have NVIDIA earnings, so keep that in mind on your, if you're doing any 1DTEs, then NVIDIA earnings is going to be tonight. Tomorrow morning is unemployment claims at 8:30, so that also happens before the market opens. And then Friday we have core PPI. Okay, so those are the things that are looming before us. Let me see if there's anything different on investing.com. We have mortgage rates this morning at 7. Barkin to speak. Crude oil inventory, gasoline production inventories. Yeah. 5-year note auction at 1 o'clock. The Fed's balance sheet at 4:30. Reserve balances. So as far as that goes, doesn't seem to be any news. Doesn't mean that we won't get a tweet or something that will cause things to go where they go. Okay. Anyway, looking at earnings this morning, TJ Maxx had earnings, Circle had earnings this morning, which somebody mentioned that in a community I'm in. Hut 8, which I think is mining, that goes in with AI as well. Blackstone had earnings this morning. After market closes, NVIDIA, of course, all eyes on NVIDIA. The Trade Desk, Salesforce, and Snowflake are all this afternoon as well. So is Zoom. Tomorrow morning, Baidu is there tomorrow morning. Tomorrow after close, Dale and Mara are there. CoreWeave, those are there tomorrow. And then Friday, nothing of note on Friday. Okay. Let's go see what Adam had to say this morning. Always a good start to a day with your target hit in SPX. 69.13. There's 69.13. There's 69.13. Must have been his next target. Yesterday, 68.20 fell breakdown, got us long. Targets were 68.66, 68.97, 69.13. Just hit 69.13, which has been resistance all week. Plan for today, ride your runner, now 0 to do. 69.23, 69.41 are next on the slate. 69.23 and 69.41 are next up in SPX. 68.97, 68.81 are supports. Make sure you put these on your charts. Okay, put these on your chart. 69.23 and 41 going up. 68.97, 68.81 going down. Those are supports. 6,900 is probably going to play support if 68.97 is right in the same zone, because it's now the psychological number that is below us. The psychological number below current price now is 6,900. Finally over it. Yesterday we closed at 68.90. Bumped over it. Looks like we're about 20 points up from there now. Going to be a gap up open. All things being equal in the next 45 minutes, it'll be a gap up open. We'll see if it's a gap and go, a gap and reverse, because you got to have catalyst to push, and NVIDIA is a catalyst. I don't know if the State of the Union address from yesterday is a catalyst, but that remains to be seen. So we, again, as I always say, we trade what we see. The difference between ES and SPX is 12 points. The difference between those two is 12 points. So if you're looking at Adam's tweets, you can subtract 12 points from his numbers. XSP range 688 to 694 is the XSP range that is in correlation to the SPX numbers. 688 to 694. I would give it a minute. When if I were entering the market at 9:30, I would give it a beat. Let some stuff digest and see what comes out of the, kind of what shakes out of the orders. So I did a video. I posted it yesterday. Credit spread. Actually, it's Gamma and Gex video. It's a video about how I use Gamma and Gex to trade SPX 0DTE credit spreads. Right. So it's a whole video of how I use that resource. One of the things, it's a primary thing I look at throughout the day because it's shifting and changing. But I also use other things, which I mentioned those in this video. But this video talks about how to use Gamma and how to use Gex in trading SPX. And I believe you can use it to trade other things. It doesn't have to just be SPX for day traders. You can use it for other things, but go ahead and look at my, look on the channel, find that it's the most recent video, so it shouldn't be super hard to find. You can go over there and check that out, right? Watch the video there, okay? Let's go back and look at the charts. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell, the thumb up, all the good things. Go ahead and do that so folks will know we're here. They'll know we over here. Okay, tell them. Arlissa is over here. She speaking on behalf of the sellers. Okay, I'm checking for the sellers over here. Okay, so this is SPX 500. Again, I'm on the 15-minute chart. Current price of SPX is 69.10, 69.11. Let's go see what SPY has going in the pre-market, post-market, pre-market. What does SPY got going? SPY closed yesterday at 687.37 and it's currently at 689.44. So about $2 gap up at this point in SPY. See how the market wants, what it wants to do with that. Triple Q probably going to be a similar sentiment. It is closed yesterday at 607.84, and it's currently at 610.53, so almost $3 up from the close yesterday. That's triple Q. $3 gap up is incoming. We're about, said 40 minutes away, 35 minutes away from maybe 40, more like 40 minutes away. Here we go. This is IWM. IWM closed yesterday at 263.32. It's currently at 264.65. So it's about $1.30 above where it closed yesterday. 264.65 is where it is this morning. Okay, a little bit of gap up for IWM, SPY, and triple Q. Looks like all of those want to gap up this morning. Okay. I wanted to look at something. Let me go look there. Let's go see what the NVIDIA chart even looks like. I know y'all don't need me to tell y'all what NVIDIA's got going on, because y'all are already keeping track, I guess, of NVIDIA. I don't really trade NVIDIA, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I know it's a big part of the SPX, but I don't trade NVIDIA. So you see the lines you see on this chart are from the indicators, are not from me. Let's see. Turn off some stuff so it doesn't, it's not as crowded on this chart. There we go. All righty. NVIDIA had a failed 2 down yesterday. This is the daily chart we're looking at, and it's currently at 194.42 in the pre-market. There is a pivot up here at 196.02. A little bit of room there. But entry, if you were somebody who wanted an entry, would have been 193.77. It in the pre-market is beyond that. Might want to wait, see, if you want to weigh in, but it looks like NVIDIA's been in a zone for a while. I don't see that. Is it at all-time high? Is NVIDIA at the 52-week high? I'll call it, not all-time high, maybe 52-week high. Let me go to a larger time frame and see. Oh no, it's got some pop up here. That was from November, October, November. It's got some room up here from then. 202, some resistance. 208. Yes, you can figure in these wicks. I'm just doing it from the weekly chart. And from the weekly standpoint, it's got a lot of room here, but let's see what the daily looks like. Oh no, stop it. Stop it. Looks like there is some in this 199.05 area. It's currently at 194, which it makes sense that the 200 is going to potentially provide some resistance if the price was to get there. 197 is a pivot. So, yeah. Did I put that there? I guess I did. Okay, so this is what NVIDIA's got itself looking like. Let me put it back on the candles. Failed 2 down yesterday. It's already popped up a bit. Of course, NVIDIA carries other things with it. It's the ship that raises it's the water or the ocean that raises all the boats. So here's another piece right here. So 195.88. The big rejection happened back here on November the 20th, right here at the 195 area, 195.91. Currently coming into that zone if it pops up, but this is resistance a couple times. It's touched it, kind of didn't really touch it here. It just kind of looked at it a little bit and said, we'll see. But if it's got enough juice, I don't know if it'll push today, but it might. And a pre-earnings pop could definitely happen. I was gonna say I brought some tea. Why am I not tea, just hot water with lemon in it. Hot water with lemon in it. Get my digestive system hot. That's what we're trying to do. Okay. So there's that. I feel like, was it SoundHound that had earnings? Somebody else had earnings coming up that I think I overlooked. There it is. I know SoundHound was down here somewhere. Tomorrow afternoon, SoundHound is going to have earnings. That's tomorrow afternoon. Okay. Let's see. All righty. Well, let's go ahead and take us in. So, membership open. You got a free 7-day pass if you'd like to come and see what we're doing over there. What y'all doing over there? You can come and check us out inside the membership. We trade SPX and IWM, more SPX than IWM, but I like exposure to both because that's the big cap and the small cap. I like to do that. Daily profits, daily support, daily alerts, training, coaching, all the things that go along with a membership. You can come and check it out, e2t.trading. All righty, we have that. Copy trading is still open. It's going to be open until it's not. Basically, it's available for you to come join us. If you want to join us in copy trading, this link is also in the description. But if you want to join us with copy trading, it's basically where Arlissa does the work. You collect the proceeds. Yesterday, copy trading made $70 passively, passive income. Just you put your money in there and the work gets done, right? So you can go ahead and check that out. Check out that website, that link, and see what all the particulars are. It really takes $2,500, $3,000 to start. It's not even a high startup as far as what goes into your account. You have to pay for the subscription to the copy trading service, and then $2,500 to $3,000 in your brokerage account needs to go into Tradier, and then you're up and running. You're up and ready to go. You're up and running. Okay. All right. All right. Let's move on. Those are two things I wanted to mention. E2T Trader's Declaration. I declare I'm a great trader, a successful trader, and a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account's growing steadily. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I have a strategy that I use for my trades. I don't randomly place trades. I'm a level-headed trader who trades my plan and not my emotions. Not my emotions. Yeah. Let's do our prayer. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. Help us today to trade our strategy with wisdom and knowledge. Allow us to prosper enough to have what we need and enough to bless others. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, and amen again. All righty. So it's almost 9 o'clock. It's a few minutes before 9. SPX is currently at 69.17. That's where SPX is currently at 69.16 and some change, 69.17. Maybe again, like I said, maybe a little bit of push at the open. You want to give it a beat, see what happens, because it is definitely sitting at a pivot right now. 69.10 looks like, I think that's a 10. Looks like 69.10 is the pivot. So it's right there in the area. It's a little bit beyond it, but that's the daily pivot today. And I can change it to, not that y'all need to see, but you might want to see what the chart shows. What the chart shows. Here it is over here on the right. That's what the daily pivot is showing on the right-hand side. Make it bigger, make it bigger, make it bigger. There we go. We'll see what happens here. Right? I'm interested to see how it plays out, see how things, how it absorbs the market. It's a miracle. Child, hush. Okay. I want you all to have a great green day. First of all, do two things today, though. Trade wisely. right? Use your particular entry exit criteria. Don't just be randomly jumping in stuff. Don't do that to yourself. Because just because it might be a little bit of green at the beginning, don't mean it's going to stay green. Let your systems and all that stuff tell you that it really is. You want confirmation of whichever direction. You want confirmation of that direction. Okay. And then we want to stay green, and we want to get this money today. Okay, let's get some of this money. All right. I'll see you all in the market. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.